What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video from me. Let me make sure I have that set up real quick before it freaks out too much. I know you guys can hear both. Let me adjust that so you guys can hear a little bit better. But welcome to the channel. I know a bunch of people are starting to think about streaming or thinking about making the leap to OBS itself, other than just using StreamYard. Especially if you're by yourself, it's a way better asset to use OBS over the StreamYards itself or any other program. So I decided to, make a stream because I was trying to shoot the video and it just kept on getting annoying over and over again. I don't know why. But I just wanted to make a short, it's not going to be a super long stream, but to answer your guys' questions in the chat if you guys have any, and to get you guys at least, the groundworks of OBS 101, just so you guys can start streaming on your own. So I have a fresh installation of OBS on a different computer, so you guys can see exactly what you have to go through from beginning to end, and I'm going to get you to be able to have stuff kind of similar to how I'm running it. And a lot of hi babe, and a lot of YouTube videos I've seen on OBS tutorials are usually kind of deep into the OBS of how to do super transitions, or how to get your camera to shake when certain people give you bits and stuff. And it's rarely ever a just a starting point and this is where you go and this is how you should start. So I'm gonna assume that you guys can all download OBS, so that's not the first step that I'm gonna start with. Is just gonna be, we're already in it. Yeah, it's not even that expensive. OBS is literally a free open source platform, and that's why it scares people completely. Because when you get OBS, it literally looks like this. It has, well, I didn't plan for that. Whoop. It has literally nothing. It's scenes, sources, audio. Where do you go from there? It literally have nothing to go off of. So the first thing that most people will tell you to do, and what you should do, is if you go up here and hit Tools, I recommend doing your auto configuration wizard. So what this is going to do is it's going to ask you to log into your accounts and stuff like that. But then it's going to test your internet and your CPU, your GPU, and tell you what you should be using for your streaming. Like if it should be a NVENC encoder based on if you have a NVIDIA graphics card, or an H.264, depending on if you have a really good CPU or not. So it's going to then spit out what bit rate you should be at, what speed your internet is going to be using to send your stream to the world. And this is the first step that everyone should do, and it makes it a lot easier so you don't have to do a lot of micromanaging. I recommend doing it say you live in a house with a few kids or other people that live in it. Do it when everyone's home, because then it gives you the worst case scenario for your speed, and then you can tailor it to that. So you're literally it'll literally tell you what you should be setting it at, and you just hit apply settings. Boom, first step done. And then I don't know why it always opens that up, but we're gonna ignore that for now. Now the next step, some people like having a good solid starting soon I made that one myself. That's why it's mid. But what you can do is you can get them for free on certain sites. So the one that I've been using and liking lately is Stream Elements. I will link them below, but you can literally come in here and customize these guys, and it's really easy. I typically get rid of this tip stuff and anything that's too busy on top, because I like my stuff at least a little bit more minimal than this. So when you delete this, and then boom, and then you hit save, and then you hit publish, and then all you have to do is just straight up copy this URL go into your scenes. I'd rename this one to your starting soon, just so you always keep track of your scenes and of your videos itself. And then when you come in here, you click your plus, and then you would add a browser. And then I would hit name starting soon again, just so you know exactly where it is. Boom. And hit OK. And then you literally just put that. Actually, I think you have to change it to 1920 by 1080. Boom. And then hit. And then you paste your URL. Hit OK. Boom. There's your first scene done. So now you have at least a good splash screen for where you're starting off, and then people can come find you. If you want to add anything to it, just go to that website, like I said, and then you can edit it the way you want it to have it, but at least you got a professional looking starting. But then what I would do is, say you wanted to add a talking head scene. Unfortunately, this computer doesn't have a camera hooked up to it right now. So, but I'm going to create another scene just to simulate it. Oh, yeah, scene 2. And talking head. Kind of like what you guys saw at the beginning. Boom, hit OK. And then, so now I'm gonna add something that's not the right thing, but you would use a video capture, but I'm gonna use an image for now, just because it is what I want to show you guys how to do this type of thing. Because then you can show how I can export to other places. And then we hit browse, and boom, open, hit OK. So here's this picture is not the greatest quality, but you know, it was the only one I could download. So let's say this is you talking. So you notice that there's a green screen. You notice there's a green screen behind me. This is how I do it. You literally just go into it and hit filters, add an effect, and then there should be chroma key, and hit OK. Boom, got rid of the backgrounds. You have a different sliders you can affect it. Just tailor it to where your lighting is. It's all lighting very, very specific. So there's not a lot I can do to help you out from there. Sorry, you don't speak poor. I have a camera on my computer here. It's just I just don't have one upstairs. I'm too lazy. It's not poor. It's more or less lazy. And so, like, say you want to add a background like to this guy, which is what I usually do. So I just hit media source. I would type it in as background. Boom. And then browse. I already have backgrounds downloaded, so you guys didn't have to wait. And boom. And hit OK. And notice how it always puts everything on top. So what you're going to do is literally drag it and push downwards. Boom. And then your weird white dude. Oh, yep. And your weird white dude is going to be staying there. But if you have a video at like it just did, how it just immediately stopped, you have to go to properties and check on loop and hit OK. And it'll just continuously keep on going. Not playing that game today. I am literally just doing a tutorial on OBS. Literally the title of the stream. But then next, say you wanted to do a video gaming one, because you just want to keep on building off of where you just learned and to continue on to like adding different effects to it. So it's always like just kind of like math, where you learn one principle and it always leads to the other one. So if you go to add another scene and you hit like gaming, like I would be if it would make Wilson happy, then hit OK. And what you can do is, say it was that the video capture and you want to use it again. If you hit add existing and hit the one that I just added, it literally brings all your effects right in from the time before. So if you put him down here, like pretend like he's playing video games, and probably, hopefully not saying too many gamer words, and then hit media source, and if you add the exact same one again, and then hit OK, it'll bring in the exact same one again, and it'll have the looping effect, it'll have your green screen, all that stuff's done. But then your next thing is you want to add a video game. So if you hit game capture, this is PAL, hit OK. And then hit OK. Oh, that one didn't work. Okay, sometimes it doesn't work with certain games. Let's go with window capture. Let's go with PAL. Okay, we can't use the same name twice. And then let's hit a couple of numbers. Capture a specific window, automatic. Let's bring this up on the screen so we'll see it. Oh crap. Crap. Discard. Let's delete that one. Oh, okay, Power World actually worked. Okay, perfect. And everything is a learning, like you're gonna try some things and it's not gonna line up perfectly for you. It's always gonna be something that you want to adjust. But say you want to adjust something on the fly, so your YouTube or whatever you're going to isn't working itself, the best way to do it is literally hitting this button here. It's called Studio Mode. And say you wanted to add something to this and you don't want your audience to see it just yet. So say you wanted to add a foreground. So you would go to, I'm using it as an image again. And so with grass, because that's what I got. And hit OK. Hit browse. Okay. And so you get everything lined up just like that, and you hit transition, and then your audience can see it then. So it gives you like a good chunk of time to be able to get your stuff done so they can see it when it's actually finished. It makes it way easier to publish everything at like a short period of time instead of trying to force everything out at once. It looks kind of clunky when you do it that way. I don't recommend it. And the last thing I'll say is, like, I know a lot of people are doing it more and more with like calls and stuff like that with like audiences and stuff where they're all engaged. And I'll show you how I would do it. Let's go with calls. Let's go with that, call it that. And this one, I downloaded another image just to give you guys a good rundown of like how I would actually do it. And then browse, open, hit OK. Okay, so almost everyone has attempted to just zoom into it really hard and then just, because then it will block out all these people. So what I recommend you doing, it is a really cool shortcut, is you hit Alt and you drag your cursor over. It gets rid of all that stuff. Alt, drag cursor over, and then those should be fine. Let's make it more square, kind of like fit the whole vibe. And then all you have to do is you hit transform and then fit the screen, and then boom, your video is done. Like it saves a good bit of the resolution. It gets rid of the unwanted stuff that you already had, and it makes it so it's a super streamlined. It's like just a super quick click and done. And if you ever want to add videos, just do like how we did with the gaming. You just use a application capture, i.e. VLC, or any programs you're using to display your videos, and it'll pull your audio. What you want to do is you always have to make sure right here, you can see Power World's making noises. You always want to make sure that your audio is being received, because you can see it literally in these boxes. Of course, as I say that, it stops playing music. Actually, I can show you exactly how to do that. So let's go back to this guy, and let's just make him that, and let's turn off Power World so you guys can't see it. Boom. And then we're gonna add, am I on one? Yep, I am on one. So say we're gonna add this gentleman's video about gaming keyboards. So this is the exact way I would also do videos. So I know a lot of people are just going on YouTube and then reviewing it and whatever. So I would go and hit not display capture, I would do application, window capture. I do window capture and just type it in like videos, and then specific window capture, Amazon keyboard bundle. It's going to be named whatever video you're watching, but the same thing as before. So if you hold Alt and you drag over and drag over, you can get as close or as far away as you want. But boom, then that's all you have. You just have my ugly mug, and you don't have any of the extra stuff on the sides, and perfect background, I'd like to say so, from that guy. And it makes it just so you have everything in there, and if you play your audio, you should be able to see it. You play it, you should be able to see it moving. See? So you just want to make sure that's going. Do you think? No, he is not. Also, not a lot of cow talk in here. I don't do that too often on this channel. But these few steps, and this is how you can set up like 80% of the streams in the world that people have, are just like this. It's just super simple. It literally looks way more daunting than it actually is. But then you can get really in depth with how you do everything on OBS. I'll be getting into it further in the future if anyone is interested. But I just wanted to make a quick 25-minute stream on how to do it. And literally, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. I didn't see any in the chat, but if anyone has any questions of like what they would do. So if anyone has any questions, that would be a nice time to ask. But I know a bunch of people who actually want to start streaming, and it just makes your stream quality better. It's so easy too. Like if you link your account and get it to send over, it'll automatically. Sometimes you have to go in there and tell it still to go live, which is annoying. But it means so. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do one on the multi-streaming. I'm just not prepared to do that at the moment. I don't have the notes that I would like. I had on this. I've had notes on like where to pull, what pictures to pull. I did ask a question about what is State of Decay, what is SOD2. Well, when you try it eventually, feel free to come back and watch this video again, and like get it so you can start from there. Can you run StreamYard through it? What do you mean? Like, so I run StreamYard through it, and the way I do it is I do a screen capture of StreamYard. So the same way you're seeing this guy here is the same way I run StreamYard through it. I do it as a window capture. And so that's why you would hear you hear super chats and you hear stuff like that, is because I'm pulling it through StreamYard. No, I'm pulling OBS and then StreamYard's on top of it to get everyone in the call. But if you're not doing a call with multiple people, I wouldn't do just StreamYard through it. I would do yourself in it and then use StreamYards for multiple people type thing. StreamYard is just a pared down version of everything OBS can do. So I wouldn't unless you have multiple people. You know what I'm saying? Hope that answered it, because yeah, you absolutely can. But I don't know if that is what you're specifically asking. And if I do it on a stream like this, then oh, perfect. I'm glad I answered it. But yeah, if you did it this way, then you have all full control of like say if you got yourself a dancing who's person that dances around or whatever, you can add them to it as like a media effect. Literally, it's like most of the time when people do something like that, it's like a browser effect, and it's just like the starting soon, where you just copy and paste the browser extension into the browser browser source for it and name it something, and then you can control where it goes and stuff like that. Like there's so much stuff you can do it. So I'll keep Windows on stream. You'll keep what? You keep Windows on StreamYard. Oh, Windows. Oh, well, yeah, yes. That it's a better setting for at the moment for multiple people. But I don't know any of the I don't think they have a software yet where multiple people can join the same OBS. I wish they did. They used to have like certain programs where like you can all watch the same video. I know. You all watch the same video and people could pause it, but it was like really laggy and crap. Which, you know, I really wish there was a good version of that at the moment, but there is not. But yeah, literally, I hope someone taking anything away from this. This is just a bare bones 101, how to set up your first stream, how to test your OBS, how to get yourself from no scenes to at least scenes where it makes sense. You always build off of the next one. So if you want a starting soon, make sure you have that first. If you want a talking head before you game, make sure you have that first. If you want to have like just always build on top of the other, that way it's not just a jumbled mess and then you have to go henpecking to find exactly what's going on. Heck yeah, I'm glad you're getting a faster internet. But besides that, I wanted to keep this kind of short so it kind of can almost be a video itself and people will be interested in just watching it. So I will see you guys in the next one. I'm going to probably buy Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and play that a little bit. And